here tonight. I want to give just a quick little history about the program of where the guys have come out of. Lisa and I have been the trainers for this program for the last 7 seasons. And when we started this, we had 12 varsity players the first year. And the second year, they were like, JV was hounding us, like, why can't the JV guys come, right? And so we opened it up to JV. And the third year, we started a freshman-only program, and it was the only year that we separated the freshmen from the rest of the players. And we decided, we felt it was really important to the program as a whole that the athletes be together to help cultivate the team culture and the strength as a program. And because I think it's important the freshmen see that they won't actually die. They should know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. They should see the word, right? And so that brings us to today, where we have a program-wide. It's year-round. We do the 8-week preseason. We do a postseason, spring and summer, and I'll talk about that at the end. And we're in season. It's a full program now. We have a full training staff. One of our athletic trainers in the department, Amira Hamadi, is here. Lots of the boys got push-ups by her, and Tia Nowak joined the staff this year also. So much of what we do, you know, Brett said, I was going to say nice things about him. I am. This is what I'm going to say about Brett that I think is, I say this all the time when talking about him and this coaching staff, is it's really rare to find a coach that will share the limelight and share what they think are their athletes. And Brett is really good about, we work so well together because every year we meet and we talk about what worked last year and where he wants the season to go this year, and I run drills by him and I pretend that it matters what he says. No, I'm just kidding, it doesn't. So he's great. I mean, and when he's there, he comes in and he works out with the guys, and he never takes over as the trainer, and God knows I never want to be the coach. So it's a great, it's great. It's very rare. So it's props to him that he has brought in this program and given it to the athletes. So hats off to him. So I want to give you guys a little bit about what happens in the program. When I describe what we do in the 8-week preseason, I'm going to give you some staggering stats of squats and push-ups and deep 12 and the hours spent in defensive stance by the time you get to a senior, the hours that you sit in deep, right? But what this program is built on and where the work stems from is this fundamental belief, and it is this. It's that if you settle for nothing less than the best, that you will be amazed at what you can accomplish in your life. And that is where the training stems from. There are 6 primary movement patterns used in basketball. The boys could yell them out right now.
Slides.
Number 1 is sprinting. Number 2 is backpedaling. Number 3, defensive slides. 4 is jumping. 5 is pivoting. And 6, lunging. And to complement that, as trainers, we have 6 primary beliefs that we train off of to be married with those patterns of movement. And it is 1, to build confidence, to be able to take the big shots, to be able to know that you're still great if you don't get your minutes, to have confidence. 2, to create a shared vision of the program, of the team, of where you're headed, why you're doing what you're doing. Number 3, day 1, week 1, day 1, to define the goal and to pursue that goal every day as a team until the goal is met endlessly for 8 weeks preseason. They pursue that goal. Number 4, to insist on excellence, to give them what it means to give 100%, and to find satisfaction in that 100%. When you think you have nothing left and we say you have 5 more and you give 5 more, to know that no matter what the scoreboard says, whether you got to play or you had a good game or you had a good practice, that you gave 100% and that you had fun, that you grew, and that within giving that 100%, regardless of the outcome, that you can be proud. Number 5, very important, we talked about it with Aiden V. He's a great example of this. To embrace your role and work hard as an individual for the better of the team. It's really important. And when the athletes embrace their role, they go so much further. Aiden V is a really good example. He was going to quit his freshman year. They had a house call. They drove to their house, and we sat in his kitchen. We talked about the role, and look what happened. So great. Number 6, the last thing that we try to instill to match with the pattern of movement, and I think the most important one is that you have to love the journey. There's a point in any great athlete that if you do all those 5 things that I talked about, but you never come to love the process, it just doesn't matter. Because it's really hard. They work really hard. And we try to show them the improvements and show them the value of what they're getting, even when they don't get what they want. And so that when they find the value in the work that they do, that they start to fall in love with the process of training. Because if they don't fall in love with the process, then inevitably the process fails and the goals aren't met. So you gotta love the process. You gotta love push-ups, right? I mean, at the end of the day, those are the 6 pillars of training that we make, but that they instill in their primary movements and pattern. Those are the 6 pillars of training that make their movements come alive on the floor as a team. Every preseason, we take the athletes from ground zero, we pretend that we've never seen them before, that they know nothing, and we get them ready for the season to go in and hopefully be injury-free and be ready to play and be ready for Brett. And we do that through squats, bench press, pull-ups, deadlifts. They've done no less, and this is just preseason, this isn't postseason, this isn't in season. They do no less in 8 weeks of 1,000 squats. They do no less than 350 reps of bench press. They do no less than 350 reps of pull-ups, and they do no less than 350 reps of deadlifts. They also have measurables that they have to pass at the end of the 8 weeks to say, Brett says you can walk on the court. Those measurables came in the form of lane slides. You had to do 26 in under 30 seconds, vertical leaps, and deep 12s in under what? 1 toe. And this doesn't include the basketball skills. It doesn't include being able to do layups, free throws, your mid-range shot, your 3 points, your passing skills, your dribbling skills, your rebounding, your ability to defend, to be able to apply pressure, the positioning on the court, and P.S., could you please have energy and look like it's effortless while you're doing that? It doesn't include any of those. Every year, Brett gives me this 3-page thing, and on this thing it has all the skills, and it has the measurables, all the measurables, great. And we work through the strength and conditioning to make those measurables and those skills happen. And then we get the last sheet. And this is what we take very seriously, this last sheet where it says mind, spirit, and heart. And we at Inspired Fitness, we take that very seriously. In addition to all the physical work that your kids do, in those 8 weeks, they have to, every week, they have to remember a new quote, and they have to remember a new bench rule, and they have to remember each one, cumulative, every week. So by week 8, they have to remember all 8 quotes and all 10 bench rules, or it's extra push-ups. And no one likes that. So at the end, we ask them to bring in quotes, and they vote on the quote that wins. And the quote that wins goes on the Inspired Fitness t-shirt that you have to earn. And it also, last year we started a new tradition. If you've been in the gym, we have quotes up on the wall, and they earn a quote on the wall. David Cadoni has a quote on the wall, as does now Nick Fuji. They voted for the ones that won, but I brought in a couple that didn't win because I think this is such a great window into your kids. I mean, they say some pretty amazing things. So I just brought in a couple. So here's one. It's hard work. It's not easy. If it was, everyone would do it, but in the end result, now that is what makes it all worth it. The gym is the only place where smelling bad is a good thing. work hard and enjoy the results. This is one of my favorites. Pressure can burst a pipe, or pressure can make diamonds. I know, right? I mean, like, wow. At the end of the road, have no regrets. The impossible is possible. This will make you parents happy. If you're not dedicated at school, don't even step on a basketball court. It's a choice to work out, and when you get the chance, give it your all. And this one, create your own story. So, the quote that won this year was, "The game of basketball is the game of life." Nick Fuji won. I know it seems so dramatic, right? I mean, it's like, oh my God, like basketball, like, come on. But you know, when you really start to think about it, and we talked about it at the gym, you know, as in life, in basketball, you need skills to advance your position or you're never gonna get off the bench. You can work really hard, you can give your best, and you can still not get what you want. And then, when you don't get what you want, you have to find the value in what you're doing so you can continue to give your best, or you have to take a new path. You have to continue to improve as an individual in basketball, even though it's a team sport, because regardless of how great you are, nobody does it alone. And the last one is that you have to have vision. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you don't have court vision and you don't see the bigger picture and you don't understand the game you're playing, it doesn't matter because you don't know how to get better. So in closing, each group of athletes, each year we talk about, like, you know, this year's a little different because every program is having its own, and normally I stand up here and we give special senior awards, and we have that. They're all getting special stuff this year, as usual. Each group brings their own gifts. The freshmen, they bring courage because all they know is they're gonna get their ass kicked and they think they're gonna come out better, and they do, but they're so scared that they show up and they do the work. The freshmen bring courage. The sophomores, they bring a reality with them. They no longer are freshmen. Their rose-colored glasses are off. They know exactly how much work they're gonna do. They know that if they wanna continue, they have to work hard, and they know it's not gonna be easy. The juniors, they bring a renewed hope and vision because they see the big picture, and they cannot wait to show you what they're gonna do. And then there's the seniors. They come with their earned stripes. They come with 4 years in the program. They can't wait to tell the freshmen what to do. And they know that all this hard work is about to be paid off. The seniors on this team, they did no less, and again, just in the base building, and all of them worked outside of it. In no less, they did no less in 4 years, 32 weeks, a total of 128 hours of training. They did no less than 6,500 push-ups. They did no less than 100 deep 12s. I mean, that's a lot. And that's just with me. That's just with me. That doesn't even count what these guys do. No less than 64 hours spent in defensive stance. And all for the pride of being an ANALY Tiger basketball varsity player and wearing an Inspired Fitness t-shirt. What is basketball and all the hours the parents put in and all the support you give. We appreciate it. They couldn't do it without you. And up here, I'm going to leave them are the flyers for the upcoming spring season training, phase 1 and 2. It starts the middle of April, and all the information you need is here. So thanks, you guys. Congratulations.